to finally join me, dear.
Took the long way home tonight. Had some thinking to do.
Thought you gave that up years ago.
I was thinking about a card game with the Elks Club tonight, or the neighbor's wife, maybe. I'm not sure.
Remarkable.
She never closes the blinds.
Who?
The neighbor's wife. That's my favorite thing about her. Not even in the bathroom does she close them.
Why do you tell me these things?
Because you're the only person in the room. Dinner time, dinner time.
I bet the neighbor's wife doesn't make dinners like I do.
She makes them with love.
In 20 years, she won't be happy like she is now. Must you?
It's a compliment to the meal.
Well, if you wanted to drink whiskey and smoke cigarettes, you should stay at the Elks Club.
They don't serve food at the Elks Club.
It's not like anyone visits anyway.
Who's that?
It's just the television. Did you invite your buddies over?
No, I would never do that.
Coming! Oh. Oh, yeah. Can I help you?
Oh, yes, I believe you've been expecting me.
Is it the cable guy?
Oh, no.
Oh, you're not the cable guy?
No, I wish, yes. Yes, may I come in? It's awfully cold out there.
Who the hell are you?
Don't be rude, Henry. No, look, I'm really sorry. We're not used to having people over. Mr. Who the hell are you anyway?
Right, sorry, yes, my name is Joseph. I'd shake your hand, but for all of our sakes, I'd rather not.
Oh,
You got the flu?
Oh, no, I'm the angel of death. Yes. I'm here to kill, one of you. Yes, one of you is going to, I'm sorry, I know this is so unprofessional. You wouldn't believe the paperwork it takes to kill someone these days. You know, it's terribly unpleasant work.
Excuse me?
He says paperwork is very hard.
I'm sorry, I know, I'm making a terrible impression.
Are you trying to play some sort of game here?
Oh, quite the contrary. No, I hate games. You know, someone's feelings always get hurt.
Leave him alone, Margaret. The guy is doing the best he can.
Trying to kill us, Henry.
He's got to do his job.
Listen.
Joseph.
You get the hell out of my house.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry, ma'am. You really can't escape death, you know? It's one of those things that's written about, you know?
Who wrote about it?
The writers. No.
Yeah, the writers wrote about it.
Listen, you idiot. I'm smarter than my husband. Sorry. And I don't have much patience for what you're saying, so I'm going to give you the count of 3 to get the...
Wait. How about this? Would you like a test of my angelic powers?
I won't tell you again.
Margaret, calm down. Nice man wants to show us his angelic powers. You know, I've never really seen angelic powers in real life before.
They're really very good fun. Yes. Oh, television, yes. look, all pleasantries aside, I really must get back on with my business.
Oh, you mean like with the killing and everything?
Well, exactly, yes, one of you. Well, tonight, yes.
Yeah, it should be Henry. Henry. You should kill Henry.
Margaret, don't start.
Let me just say, listen, in my prime, I was shapely and beautiful, and I always held my ends of the conversation. My hands were softer. Since then, Henry and I have built a house. We've had 3 children, 2 of which still speak to me. Now I pee with the door open, just so Henry can remember that I do, in fact, still have all my parts down there, and they're working just fine. Thank you very much. I am a lady after all.
You are a lady, yes. It's the very first thing I noticed about you.
My poor Henry, his memory, it's starting to go. And his blood pressure's through the roof. And he snores terrible. Oh, for years I heard it, echoing. Oh, something isn't right with his sinuses. But I'm as healthy as an ox.
Sturdy as an ox.
His mind isn't what it used to be. I doubt he could go on without me.
Well, that's really very sweet.
I would so go on without you. I'd eat over at the neighbor's house and smoke at the dinner table.
Oh, really? You must watch out for those cigarettes. They're really no good for you.
I think it should be Margaret.
Me?
Better you than me.
Henry! After all these years!
You're always talking about how you wish you were dead. Seems like a nice opportunity to me.
I only want to die because I have to spend the rest of my life with you!
Oh dear, I don't really want to cause any trouble.
Really, no trouble. We'll get to the bottom of this. My vote is to kill Margaret.
Henry! How could you? After all we've been through.
Yes, several wars, several houses, several children. Sounds like a full and fine life to me.
That's why I think you should end it on a high note.
Well, now that's very thoughtful.
I love my husband so much that it took me years to resent the way he eats a sandwich.
I love my wife so much that I'd be satisfied with just the memories of her.
I love my husband so much that I want to watch him take his last breaths in front of me.
This really would be terribly sweet if it wasn't all so sad.
Joseph, let me tell you about my husband. When I met Henry, he was as sharp as a tack and had incredible earning potential. When we were married, our neighbors and friends talked about our reception for years. Man, our kids went to college.
Tell me, what happened next?
Well, I took all of my anxiety and pushed it deep down inside myself. After years, it became a stone that grew larger and larger every day, and then eventually, I started to forget about all of those things. They all made me so terribly anxious, and then I forgot about almost everything else. I'm sure there were other things that happened, but I don't remember.
Is there anything else you remember? Anything? waterfalls. It was our honeymoon. We stayed in a bed and breakfast. An old couple made us pancakes in the morning. The falls were beautiful.
We got up early and we stayed in bed.
We had nowhere to be.
Remember our first house? We had a front yard. You had a garden.
Yeah, we'd leave the blinds open at dinner time so everyone could see what we had made.
Yeah, that was before I started to forget.
Yeah, it was before I hated you.
It's a shame you felt that way.
It's a shame you took the long way home.
It's really a shame I have to kill just one of you. Here it is. Oh, right. There we go. It was the woman across the street. Oh, these two were meant to live for years. Such a pity, really. They seem so happy.
Okay, you can open the curtain all the way.
Online as always.
So, how was your weekend?
Oh, great. Except,
I wouldn't say that exactly.
Well, that's agreement, sort of, for you guys.
you get a kick out of our little spats, huh?
Wouldn't say that exactly.
As your mother would say.
It's always good to see examples of what the texts talk about. You know, I study psych, remember?
Yeah, whatever that is.
Yeah, we're an example. The textbooks are talking about me.
So, what happened?
Okay, the thing is, we see this deer dart out into the road.
That's the thing?
Antlers flashing in the headlights. A huge thing.
Gigantic.
Well, it seems so anyway, of course, at night, you know, seen suddenly. Did you know, right here
But
it says...
it didn't exactly dart. It was standing on the road.
It was not. Wait a minute. The story has barely started and you are doubting the details already.
Well, that's where the fun is.
Oh, it was no fun.
Okay, I slow. Plenty of room, plenty of time for the deer to clear the road, but at the last minute, he turns right into the passenger side headlight, slams into the car, his right rack, its right branch, right into us.
Slamming? Did you kill it?
No, of course not.
It barely stopped. It ran away into the woods. We should have gotten a vet to look after it.
Oh yeah, we should have called a vet out into the woods at night for hundreds of dollars looking for a deer that scampered away.
Oh, it's always easy to do nothing.
This isn't an international disaster we could have responded to.
Not international.
Okay, so look, we go out and we look at the damage. Just the way you wanted before it got cold.
My car is a total wreck. It is a nightmare.
That is what deer do.
What, attack cars?
Don't blame this nightmare on a helpless deer.
You know, it says right here online that deer do unpredictable things in a headlight. And, you know,
It wasn't a total wreck. The front end is, smashed in. A nightmare? Insurance will cover it.
Will it? Then they raise your rates. You pay it back in 2 years. Plus, you're paying extra for the rest of your life because you're a deer slayer.
Our insurance agent says that won't happen.
You called them?
Well, her, no. But I know because we haven't had many claims.
We don't. They'll want their money back and they'll get it.
well, how much do you pay for insurance now?
I don't know, I haven't looked lately.
Plenty. With all our other accidents.
We don't have any accidents.
Yo, so you did them on purpose.
Okay, a few incidents maybe.
Man, not my incidents.
I was never at fault, okay?
Oh, blame, guilt, you know, that's where the fun is. Well, that's what the textbooks say.
Textbooks, okay. What gets me is cars are supposed to have a 10-mile-an-hour bumper. This car has no bumper. A deer runs into you, and your whole front is a mess.
Well, you hit him a good shot.
He hit me, us.
I should have never let you drive my car. Almost brand new. I mean, it feels like...
It can't stay new forever.
Not if you drive around hitting deer all the time.
Now, Dad drives your car all the time, you know. He likes that it's new. I mean, I'm sure he wouldn't
I don't drive all the time.
Well, you sit behind the wheel doing something.
Come on, all our friends say we're such a loving couple.
Oh, my Lord. I think that's a problem here. Loving couple, loving couple.
You are, in your own way, and definitely, and that is just the way I like it.
So let me tell my story.
Your story, okay.
Okay. I slow up to almost a complete stop, right? Leaving the deer plenty of room, and it turns on me. Bam!
Complete stop. Check the bumper. Check the bumper. You were going over 10 miles per hour when you hit it.
I was not. I was just about stopped.
Guys, maybe just forget it.
Not forget it. You were speeding over 50 when we first saw it, and you hardly used the brakes.
Oh, right. I dragged my feet on the road in order to stop. I slowed to almost a stop. Almost nothing.
Maybe you were still going 50 when you hit the deer.
Mom, please, he must have slowed at least a little.
What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm trying to tell a story, and you're... Oh, I don't know what you're doing.
Maybe forget this story, you know? Maybe, you know, Dad, you have plenty of other stories to tell.
No, I'm going to tell this one. If you don't have a story to tell, how do you know you lived for the day?
You check the calendar?
Even if you have a different recollection, whatever, there's no reason to jump in.
My car is smashed! And I'm tired of the bull! anything, they're such good drivers.
Wait. It says right here that when cars hit deer, it's mostly men who are driving.
No, it's not. Let me see that.
Mostly men who are driving. It says it right there.
Now it's all about men. How do you look stuff up on here anyway?
Because men don't know how to use the brakes, and you don't care about me. You were speeding along just wonderfully when you hit the deer with my car. How does that make me feel?
How does it make you feel? He hit me, our car. How does that make you feel?
You're supposed to say, he hit me first. It's called transference. You know, no one blames the deer.
Psychobabble. Now, don't tell me what to say and who's to blame. I stopped, maybe rolling a little.
50 miles an hour is not stopped.
What are you doing? I'm telling a story. You're contradicting everything I say.
I'm not contradicting everything. I'm correcting.
Now, the web says that the difference is correcting means you interject the truth.
Nothing I said was not true, and you're not correcting anything.
I'm saying what actually happened.
Maybe you don't know what happened. I was at the wheel.
Oh. You were at the wheel, but not at the brakes.
All right, now wait. Now, how fast were you going, Dad?
That doesn't matter. I slowed up completely.
250 miles per hour. Okay, to something.
I told you I wasn't going 50.
Listen, you know, if the car has it stored somewhere in its memory, you know, maybe I could crack the code. I could find out.
There's enough already broken on my car.
The last thing you'd want is evidence. I'm telling what happened, and you're contradicting me.
Because you're not telling the
I
truth.
am, damn it.
When her property's mauled and broken, and someone says it wasn't his fault, he didn't do it, but actually he did, it makes a woman feel...
How does it make you feel?
Look, even if I'm not 100% accurate, you could still back me for, like, the teamship of it all.
No, I couldn't. The truth is the truth.
Anyone can be mistaken. Even you.
But I'm not.
You guys are crazy, by the way. Just saying. All right, forget it. Please, listen. Let me tell you what's going on.
Wait a second, you weren't there.
No, I mean, not there. I mean, here. Parents are the cocoon in which a child is raised, right? So, sheltered. So when the parents arguing, the sheltering is kind of lost and the kid gets weird.
Sounds like psychology, isn't it, huh? Do you really believe that crap?
No, he doesn't.
Okay, here's some psychology. When someone is telling a story, the other person could let it pass. No matter what, even if she thinks something else is true.
Not think. I know.
What's so important about correcting this terrible falsehood I'm telling? What if someone's life depended on letting it ride, not correcting them? What then?
No one's life depends on anything here, except driving too fast is hazardous to your health.
My life does. Maybe it's too late. I'm already weird. Oh, and the animals out there, you know, hey, you know what? Come on, guys, really?
Okay, what about loyalty? What about love? What about everything? Does your idea of truth, even if it is perfect and never wrong, does it trump loyalty and love?
The truth is important, and calling everything loyalty, love, whatever you want to call it, that doesn't change that. The truth is still the truth.
Well, the web says loyalty is adherence to obligations, obedience to a sovereign, to a lord.
Oh my God, not in this household.
Okay, forget loyalty. But who really knows what the truth is?
I do.
Maybe you do, and maybe you don't. But this you could at least still back me. I could be right.
Well, I'm going to tell the truth.
And truth trumps love. Whatever you think is the truth, since you can never be wrong, no matter what the consequences are, you could back me for love.
You would not believe what it says online about love. It's a little bit dirty. Listen, Dad, Mom, don't go crazy over this, okay? Well, maybe it says maybe you should,
What does it say online about crazy?
It says
I back you all the time. Wait a minute. I backed you just now when you said insurance would pay for the damage, even though they probably won't, for hitting a deer.
The deer hit me, you, your car, but you always find some higher truth that you're going to follow no matter what. First you make it up, then you follow it.
just calm down, okay? Listen, the web says yelling is an ineffective way of arguing and detrimental to children.
I'm not arguing, I'm yelling! And you are not a child anymore.
There's no reason to fight about this.
Obviously, dear, there is a reason. Because some people are fighting. Psychology must tell you that.
Do you guys know the study of triangles? Seriously. We're a triangle, the three of us. Two against a third, and then the other joins in, and still, a triangle is rigid.
Yeah, plenty of rigidity going on right here. Not the truth, anyway. Are we the sides or are we the angles?
Now, now we're going to talk geometry, which I don't know, but I do know what the truth is and how I feel.
You wouldn't recognize the truth, and you couldn't even remember.
Look. It says here online that people rarely agree on what happened, and almost never on why. So it doesn't really matter, right? Listen, Mom was going to say how she feels.
Of course what happened matters.
The truth matters. You know, when someone takes your car
I didn't take it.
and totally smashes it up.
Now she's going to tell us how she feels.
Okay, listen. No matter how she feels, it's just the front
And
end.
won't admit it.
There's nothing to admit. It wasn't even the whole front end.
Oh, my front end. My front end! It feels like I've been violated.
What, sexually? We're married to each other.
And actually to each other's cars, too, legally. You know, it's... Okay. Do you think Mom really believes that? I mean, Mom, do you?
No, she doesn't.
Believe how I feel? Are you crazy?
Okay. Listen, I have a question. All right.
Oh,
What does it feel like to get hit by your airbags? Because it says here, right here, it says it's like being punched by a professional boxer.
I don't know. How would I know?
I mean, it says here online, if you hit a deer more than 10 miles an hour, well, your airbags go off.
Well, they didn't.
good thing they didn't.
You know, you better get them checked. You got to get your airbags checked, you know, if they don't work.
Well, who cares what it says online?
It's evidence.
Well, sure, there's evidence. But then there's the truth.
So you have the truth, and you have love, and you have loyalty. But I have airbags.
Are you nuts? We've barely spoken 6 words since I'm back in town. He acts like I don't exist. No, he's not being stubborn. Phones went both ways, you know. Don't make me laugh. Mr. Commitment Phobe? He totally does not have another girlfriend. It's a small town, I know. Besides, what the hell would I say? Oh, yeah, sure. Hi, Robin. Oh, yeah, this is Molly. Remember me? Oh, come on. Well, then what? I'd have to, I would say, I want to have raw jungle sex with you. Until we implode. What? Oh, shit. The last time I texted him, I was drunk. And that didn't go very well. Well, let's just say he didn't take me up on my offer. Oh, wait. I have an idea. Okay. I'm gonna write him a love letter. Oh, can I write a love letter? It's gonna be used on like a fancy stationery with a fountain pen. It's gonna have perfume on it. It's gonna be wonderful. Huh? Yeah, it's like billet doux, some French word, I don't know. Yeah, whatever, love letter. Okay, so, it's like my deepest erotic visions. In ink. And lipstick. Yeah, lipstick all over the paper. Ooh. Where do you buy stamps these days? Oh, I got lipstick. Yeah, where do you get stamps? Oh. Where is the post office? I don't even know where the post office is.
Door number 3. No, take what's behind door number 3. Where's that no good son of mine?
I'm not sure where to go. Like, oh.
No, this is his son. I'm coming to pick it up. Robin. No, Robin. No, he's Robert, I'm Robin. His son. Oh my God. Yes. Thank you. Yes. Okay, great. Listen, I'll be there in about 20 minutes. Is that okay? Okay, great. Thank you. Oh my God. Oh. Dad.
Huh?
Hi, how you doing? Listen, I've got to go get your medicine, okay? Oh, and Molly needs like an oil filter for her car. Okay.
Huh?
Listen, I said I'd pick it up. I'm going to be back in about an hour, okay?
Huh? Molly, isn't she in St. Louis?
Oh, come on, Dad. Really? Listen, she's been back for 3 months. Her contract was up.
She used to come every Friday to watch Jeopardy with me. And she brought those cookies. Oh, the soft kind that I like. How come she never comes around anymore?
I don't know.
Oh, yes you do.
Can we not talk about this?
You two had a falling out, the two of you. Pig-headed is all get out.
All right, listen, man. Smart Alec, okay? Listen, I'm going to the auto parts store, and I'm picking up your medicine.
You're picking up my medicine at the auto parts store?
Oh, for Christ's sake. No! At the pharmacy.
What medicine?
Oh, come on.
Blood pressure.
Nope.
Heart.
Nope. Try again.
Well, what the hell else is there?
It's your stool soft.
Again? I thought I just got some.
You used it all.
No shit.
Actually, quite the opposite, thank you. Yes, all right. Listen, I'll be back in a little while, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
All right?
Yeah,
All right, all right. Stay out of trouble. I'll be back in a little bit, all right?
Yeah. I can get a credit card? I don't even have a job. Whoa, this one's good. 0%, 18 months. Great. Oh, that's too good to be true. Polar bears. The Arctic. Now that's for Rob. Electric bill? No bills. Not friendly at all. What's this? Gas bill. Final notice. Nothing ever good comes in the mail anymore. Whoa, what's this? Ooh la la! Let's just see what this is about. Whoa! Would you take a look at that? We've been apart too long. Remember how it was? I can't even remember what I had for breakfast.
Well, I'm trying to find my place, and I will in just a moment. So he was talking about what he had for breakfast, so here we are. Wow, you know, I want to do a slow striptease and then make love to you. Yes, that's exactly what I wrote. and then I wrote something like, I want to taste every inch of you. I want to suck your face and your lips, your...
Holy shit, I think I just won the lotto.
I know, they call it snail mail, but come on, he must have got it by now.
I want to kiss your earlobes? She wants to kiss my earlobes? Why not? Maybe it'll improve my hearing. Who wrote this?
No, I spoke to him. Yep. I called him and made some bullshit about an oil filter for my car. Well, I had to say something. Oh my God, it's him. I gotta go. Yeah, I'll call you right back. Hi, Robin.
Molly?
Hey, Molly, yeah, hey, listen, I got that part for your car. You can come pick it up.
Molly?
Can't you deliver?
Oh, you know I can't leave Dad alone for too long.
So you can't deliver then?
Well, could you just come over? You know, I mean, I got the part right here.
Oh, you've got the part. Oh, well, right then, I'll come over and get it.
What is up with her? Listen, here, I got your meds there. Listen, we gotta clean the place up a little bit, all right? Because Molly's coming over.
Molly? Molly's coming over.
Yes. She's coming over. Is there something funny about
No,
that?
no, nothing funny. Molly's coming over. Oh boy.
Yes. You need to get out more.
I hate bingo.
No, bingo. Every Wednesday, bingo. Come on,
Molly's
we're talking about this
coming over.
at the senior center.
Molly's coming
No,
over.
no, listen, bingo. Listen. Something up with the lights. We're gonna have to look into that. Maybe we have to pay our electric bill.
The electric bill.
Yeah. I hope it's not past.
I think I hear a knock at the door.
The back door?
At the door.
Oh, the back door. I'm gonna let somebody in the back.
Would you?
Molly! Did everybody go crazy today, seriously? That was awesome.
Wow, hello!
Molly's here. Hello, Molly's here. Look, it's Molly. She's here.
Thank you. Captain Obvious. Oh, hi, Molly.
You better not keep Molly waiting. Go and get that car part now. Hurry up, hurry up.
Talking in a second, okay?
Molly, did you bring any of those oatmeal cookies?
Sorry, Bob, not today. Maybe next time.
Whoa, this is going to be next time? Are you going to come now and watch Jeopardy with me?
Well, that depends.
Depends on what?
Well, it depends on whether you want to invite me, Robin. You know what I was just thinking about? Remember how we used to go fishing? Yeah, we just jump in a van and go for the whole weekend. Boy, that sure was fun. Did we ever catch any fish?
Well, yeah, of course we caught fish. What else would be the point?
Molly, I can't tell you how happy I am that you stopped by.
Oh, you look great, Bob. It's nice to see you again. Oh, is that a new sweater? Robin.
Oh,
Yes, Robin.
it's my new sweater. Yes,
It's
yes,
your new
yes.
sweater.
I got a new sweater. He got one too.
I was just so overwhelmed.
Okay.
Look, I thought about those fishing trips a lot when I was in St. Louis. A lot.
Well, I guess I wouldn't mind going fishing again. You know, I guess I'm not exactly a free spirit these days, if you know what I mean.
Well, I'm sure you could work something out if you wanted to. If you wanted some company.
I do. I want some company.
Well, first, I'd have to call that lady from the senior center to come in, and then she'd
Oh,
have to come
no.
in.
I don't like her. She's got that weird eye, you know? I never know when she's looking at me. It's like a Picasso painting.
It's no fun fishing by yourself. I mean, you didn't sell the van, did you? Remember what they say, if the van be a rockin', don't come a knockin'. Remember that? Come on. It wasn't that long ago. Well, why did we stop going anyway?
I don't remember.
For God's sakes, go get the car part for Molly and take your time.
What's your hurry?
Will you put it in for me?
What?
I will.
You still know how.
It's like riding a bicycle, Robin. The car part, please.
Fine. I'll be right back, okay?
Molly, look at you. Come have a seat, lovely, lovely Molly. Oh, my dear, I missed you. I missed you when you were away.
Hey!
What's going on?
No need to play hard to get.
What?
Dad, what are you doing?
How the hell did you get back here so fast?
Talk to you.
What's going on?
shy. Tell him the truth.
You're supposed to be grabbing my ass, damn it!
But the letter.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't play dumb with me. The letter?
What letter?
Oh boy. Here we go again. Just like last time. You know perfectly well. Did you even read any of it?
I'm really, any of, what?
It was all that biting and all kinds of things.
What? I don't, what?
You asshole!
What? I don't, wait.
My letter!
What?
Apparently, you got such a kick out of it you didn't share it with your old man! Huh, you two deserve each other, perverts!
I didn't get any letter. Dad? Could you, possibly come back in here, this way? Dad? Come here. Yeah, yep, So, question. Seriously, do you know anything about a letter maybe that, possibly Molly might have, sent to, me?
To you?
Yes, to me.
I only have the letter she sent to me.
What? Dad?
Why?
Seriously? What? Dad, look, this has my name on it, Dad. This is addressed to me.
Well, how could you tell? It's all covered in lipstick.
Robin.
I thought it said Robert.
Oh, okay, so you thought it said Robert. Let's see, it's, ooh. Oh.
Oh, please stop! This is a huge mistake! Oh no, stop! It's a huge mistake!
Listen,
I'm gonna go!
no, don't go. Don't, please, stay. Don't go, seriously. I didn't know you still felt that way.
Oh God, it doesn't matter.
It does, no.
He can't help it if he's clueless about girls. He doesn't have the way with women like I do.
Do you think maybe you've done enough damage? You think? Maybe enough today?
No, he's right. He's right. You're clueless. You've always been clueless. I was a fool to waste my time.
What if, maybe I said I wanted to get a clue? You know, maybe go fishing with a pretty girl.
I need to think it over. You're not getting off that easy, mister.
Give the guy a second chance. I'll try giving him a few pointers. Hey, Robin, bring Q-tips. She likes the earlobes.
Oh my God, seriously.
So what's her name?
Who?
The senior lady, the Picasso lady. Make sure she wears sunglasses, okay? You think she can watch Jeopardy with that funny eye? And no bingo. Take your fishing trip or whatever you kids call it this day. I knew I wasn't fooling anybody, but it felt so good to believe. Ah, honey. Our ship just rolled in. Oh, and it's a Cadillac. Oh! What was that, Jack? Huh? You telling me I say the same thing every time a luxury car pulls in? Well, that's because I'm remembering that happy day when the Texas oilman and his new wife and their brand spanking new Caddy pulled up to meet my wares back in, I think it was 99, yeah. And they left here happy as a couple of horny toads, yeah? Left me a little Texas-sized donation of dinero. Keep my little historical museum afloat. I'm telling you, it's rare as a beauty mark on the butt of an armadillo. When history gets certain folks all hot and bothered, they get their hands on my artifacts, and pretty soon they're stuffing them in one another's pantaloons, and booking a last-minute room at the Side Saddle Inn. Yep. Oh, they're smooching in the car right now. I can see him. Oh, here come our newlyweds. Baby. Oh, afternoon, folks. And welcome to the treasures of Nuevo Mexico and our special exhibit, The Wonders of the Jurassic. I'm Rusty. This here is my pack rat, pack mule, poker partner, my right-hand man, Jackalope. Yes, sir. That's Jack for short. Looks like you all just got yourself hitched.
Well, yeah, just the two of us, the minister and a couple of witnesses at a darling little chapel up near town. We couldn't wait to tie the knot, so we eloped, didn't we, honey?
Yeah, we figured what the heck, you know, it's neither of us is getting any younger.
Imagine, all of 30-something years and getting along in the tooth. You hear that, Jack? I tell you, it makes a couple artifacts like us feel downright Mesozoic. I admire your gumption, though, kids. When you find something you love in this fly-by-night world, you've got to grab hold of it for its history. Like hitching a ride on the interstate, I guess.
Yeah, the interstate of enchantment.
Well, lucky for you, the interstate of enchantment runs right through my museum. You know what they say, get your kicks on Route 66. Yeah. Now you kids head on in and explore our hands-on collection of petrified wood. I'll be along shortly to show you the wonders of the Jurassic. Just look at him, Jack. Happy as two pigs in stink. You can see it in their eyes. I'm telling you, Jack, folks get that look, and their pocketbooks open wide as a pair of elastic bloomers. Looking at them, laughing and giggling like they was on a field trip. Now you know the routine. We let them play with the petrified wood for a while, and until they're practically glowing radioactivity with sweetness and light for one, and then we show them the dino egg, then come your crocodile tears, and for the grand finale, the meteorite unblown from the Pueblo. Looky there, that's our cue. She's giving him a little pecorino on the cheek. and a little brush on the roof. I see you folks got your hands on this fine collection of petrified wood. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Next miracle is right around the corner. Behold, a bona fide dinosaur egg from the distant past of volcanic eruptions and sulfuric gases. No, I'm not talking about me and Jack eating pinto beans. No, sir. I'm talking about an age when giant reptiles rolled the scorching plains.
Well, can I touch your giant reptile?
Oh, I'm flattered, miss. Been 20 years since a woman asked me that. Go ahead, please yourself.
Think of the life that could come from this egg, honey.
Now, see, this looks like an ostrich egg to me.
That's because the dinos and they are distant relatives of the birds that we know today.
To think that beautiful birds could come from a cold-blooded lizard?
Yeah, that's Mother Nature for you. Always putting two things together, and you'd never in a million years think they'd pair themselves up. But moving right along, This here is our final and most ancient miracle. Feast your eyes. Feast your eyes on it. It's the space rock.
Oh. It's so hard.
Well, it's exciting to see you, miss. That's why. I mean, you'd be mighty glad for company, too, if you'd been orphaned from your parent common a few billion years ago.
Regular chip off the old block there, huh? Listen, tell us, which comet exactly did this descend from, Rusty?
Oh, that would be, Alpha Taylor Swift. Yeah, that's it. A constellation celebrity, yeah.
That sounds vaguely familiar.
Oh, she's a mighty big star. Mighty big.
But let's hold it together, honey. Can we?
You go on and tag team that hunk of burning space debris to your heart's content. It's a free country. Ain't it, Jack? Oh, stop your blubbering, partner. There's no use crying over spilt milk or crushed comets.
Well, your rabbit friend seems very upset.
Yeah, that's because the space rack there truly belongs to the local pueblo. Not long ago, a gaggle of officials from the New Mexico Department of Naval Gazing and Ball Handling, they swooped down from the Capitol and claimed it as the rightful property of the state. So Jack and me start a little collection to help the Pueblo mount a legal defense. Yes, sir. Once we get $2,000 in the pickle jar, the Reds will be filing a motion in court to get the G-men out of Albuquerque, and they won't get their hands on our rocks.
Oh, well, sweetie, it'd help with their mounting motion.
The last two newlyweds to come here to our little exhibit, yeah, they contributed $100, yes, to the cause.
Really? Well, how long ago was that?
Well, that's been 3 years ago if it was a day.
Must have been quite a challenge to maintain your fundraising momentum all the way out here.
Well, good looks and personal charm can only take a man so far. Anyhow, couldn't rightly believe those two, could we, Jack? Hell, they were driving this rusty old Plymouth van, looked like they've been eating buzzard guts for weeks. Still, I gotta hand it to them, they dug deep.
Oh, yeah, sure, we'd love to make a donation, yeah, if you would accept.
From a couple of newly marrieds? I wouldn't dream of it. You'll need that money if you ever want to hatch a brood of your own. Darling, you ever want to have a buck house full of your buckaroos?
Oh, well, we want to start a family in the worst way. I shouldn't tell you this, but we already tried to start.
Now, no need to try, darling. It ain't rocket science. Your man here just docks his rocket launcher in your space station, and 9 months later you get your slimy little alien.
Rusty. Yeah, listen, if that couple in the Plymouth there can throw $100 in the kitty, you know, I guess we could raise them $100, right? You know, couldn't we, hon? You know, to mount the Pueblo in their defense.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, but this is no time to be stingy. I mean, sweetie.
Listen, I tell you what, here's what we'll do. We'll raise them by $500 then.
Oh, all right.
My goodness, folks. Me and my rabbit friend here don't know quite how to thank you, do we? It's a regular astronomical miracle.
It's the least we could do. Besides, we're fortunate to be in a good position.
It's always good to find yourself in a good position, even missionary. Well, that concludes our little tour. I suppose you folks be wanting to get back on the road. If you aim to make it to the Grand Canyon by evening, neither of you got a wink of sleep last night, did you?
Oh, you must have been a newlywed yourself once there, Rusty.
Oh yeah, 5 times actually.
Wait, you wedded the same woman twice?
Yeah, but the second rodeo wasn't worth much the price of admission, no siree. I folded long ago in a high-stakes marriage game. Anyway, you folks will have to excuse me. I'm curating a special exhibit this afternoon, and it's time for Jack here to take his afternoon siesta. He gets mighty ornery if the sun hits him too long. Not good for his skin, you know.
This is here now?
Yes.
Yeah, this part of the program says, I can't imagine how you memorize the details of all of these strange and wonderful artifacts. Yes. What about those boots? Where I saw boots. What about these boots?
Well, yes. Let's see. I bought these last month. I mean, it feels like a month, but I acquired them over in Gallup, New Mexico, from the House of Sam Walton. Yeah, that's it. Same place I got this here bolo tie.
House of Sam Walton. Is that a native adobo?
Big old trading post. That's okay, son. Big old trading post. Owned by this cowboy entrepreneur. He rode in from Arkansas a while back. Looks like they were worn just yesterday, right?
Yeah, well, what about your rabbit friend? He must be vintage too if you go to the trouble of covering him in cloth every afternoon.
Oh, Jack, you mean? Well, let me see here. I reckon he's a shamanic totem, yeah, for the local Pueblo people. Themselves are descendants of the Anasazi, yeah, and used in ancient times to perform a marriage and fertility rite called the Festival of the Macho Jackalope. Machalo.
The Machalo! Imagine all the braves and squaws it brought together.
Yes, sir. He's the Marvin Gaye of taxidermy. My rabbit friend reminds me, I ought to tell you folks about the Sacred Cross of Didgeridoo.
The Sacred Cross of Didgeridoo.
Yeah, just a second. What's that, Jack? Oh, yeah. Just a moment, I have to find it. This here primitive crucifix, brought by the missionaries that accompanied the Spanish called to put in the Pueblo Revolt, it's one of a kind and older than Alipur juniper.
Well, how old is it there, Rusty?
Oh, I would say about 300 years? 300 years old, yeah.
Oh, wow. 300 years
our gift.
The sacred cross of the didgeridoo?
Mm-hmm. Consider it our wedding blessing to you.
Could we make an appropriate gesture to compensate Rusty?
All right. Well, I tell you what, we'll offer you $500 for it, on top of our donation there to the Pueblo Mounting Fund.
You can't put a price on history. Dear, we're going to spend that much on burros and a guide at the Grand Canyon.
Done and done. I tell you what. Yeah, let me look at this. I'm going to write you a check. I'm going to write you a check for $1,500.
Whoa!
Rusty, I tell you what. If you throw in that deck of cards right there, what do you say? Sweeten the pot just for me.
Yes,
you know,
sirree.
I
Yes,
tell you what, that'll make me feel lighter than ever, you know?
Yes, sirree.
I feel like I could take my bride in my arms and carry her right out this door. There you go.
Whoa.
Listen. I'm just hand it
No, you're gonna get the whole thing.
All right. I missed a few parts here. All right. Listen, we gotta go, baby.
I just want to make sure I have the rest of my scripts. Okay, here we go.
We have a fertility right to perform here, so.
Oh, keep your hands on the wheel out there.
Whoopee!
You hear?
Woohoo!
I want you laying an egg right in the middle of the stage morning. Hey, the didgeridoo, ain't we something, Jack? Ain't we something? Thanks to that cross I rustled up 2 minutes ago, well, we'll be able to keep our little roadside attraction here attracting for, well, another year, maybe 2. And we got us enough cash in our little kitty to help the Pueblo beat back those vultures over at the state. Oh, now wait a Mexican minute, partner. You hear that? Either my imitation dino egg is about to hatch, or there's more visitors just pulled into the hitching post. And judging from the empty Coke cans, they got tied up on their bumper, I'd say we got us another round of newlyweds. Well, let's go get them. We got us money to raise to help our friends at the Pueblo and get that state off our backs. Let's go get them, partner.
You know it isn't real, right? You know, the sacred cross of the didgeridoo.
Well, I know it now, but I didn't then. Well, upon closer inspection, the sacred cross of the didgeridoo is bound with nylon string, circa the late Kishin, whatever period. I can't remember. I don't know. He said that word before. I don't know what it was. That's why you wrote the check, wasn't it? Because I believed.
And to donate to the Pueblo's legal case against the state, you know what? That mush is actually real, you know? I read it in yesterday's newspaper before we left the house, you know. Rusty's a good enough egg.
Damn, I'm so naive.
Well, without that naivete, you know, I guess you wouldn't have married me, right?
Well, I married you for your kindness and your generosity. Not to mention your cunning.
My cunning?
That's Rusty's turquoise bolo tie you're wearing, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, well, I figured we did pay handsomely for it.
Oh, we did. And anyway, the sacred cross of the didgeridoo gave us a memory I'll always treasure. Not to mention a memento.
A memento? Of what?
A memento of this. You know what they say? Rome romance is 2 parts imagination. Do you want to play governor of Nuevo, New Mexico? For tonight, darling, or shall I?
Let me bring the cast back out. One more bow, if we can. We got everybody. Cheryl Boros, please come on out. Obviously, we're going to open it up for the audience to ask questions for the cast. And again, the play is obviously all comedy, but different takes on different situations that can come up. But the first question I want to ask is actually just a challenge for all the actors, because each one had to play a different person, obviously a different character, a different take on these people, and literally one after another. So just how did you prepare, even on a stage reading like this, to try to change each role so quickly, given that we did it pretty much in an hour and a half? Cheryl, how about you?
Okay, I love being first. Well, actually, Joanne has been very helpful with that in coming up with different costumes. And then, as we were practicing, I decided to just put on different accents for, thank you, different accents for different characters and just whatever felt natural. So just experimenting and just the costuming and the accents were what made it.
I will say it's a lot of fun. We only had 2 rehearsals. So it meant reading through the script and just doing a lot of backstory ourselves and coming up with how we wanted to do it. And it was, for a stage reading, normally in a stage reading, you don't have props, you don't have blocking, you don't have a lot of these things. But we did, and because we had to satisfy our director, our fierce director. And so we just had a lot of fun doing it. And when we didn't know our lines, we figured out what to do.
It was actually fun because it's 4 different settings, it's 4 different places, so you tried really hard to make the characters distinctive so that you got a sense of a different place, a different time, different feel. So we were working very hard to make sure that you feel like, are those the same people that were just out? No, they're different people. So we worked to make the characters a little exaggerated just to make it very, very different.
And I had a lot of surprises today. We had rehearsal last week and none of this was there. But I was very pleased to see that each of them developed more than just from those couple of rehearsals that we had, just to master who goes where and what props and clothes and stuff like that.
And they were all dead on, really dead on.
And I do want to say that these 4 plays were all submissions to the 2018 Northport When I Play Festival in spring that were not selected for the festival. So you can see the quality. We had 70 plays submitted, and we just couldn't do all of them. Obviously, we did 12. So these, I thought, would be fun to do here. And we will be sending a video of this to each of the playwrights who are all from out of town.
And you told me that these 4 plays were all a couple with an outside influence. There was a theme.
Yes.
The theme was the couple with the outside influence.
Yes.
Yeah. So
And I had to find comedies with 2 men and 1 woman so that the 3 of them could do all of them. So, but I think they did a fabulous job.
I would like to open it up to the audience. Does anybody have any questions to Joanne or the cast? Anybody? Yes?
Which one did you find the most fun to do?
Oh. Dad? Dad, what letter? That was, yeah, we definitely.
That was my
There were parts of each of the plays that I really thought were funny. And the whole letter thing, that mix-up was very funny. And then in the last play, I got to be one of these characters who makes it up and is very obvious about making up the answers to the questions, so that was a lot of fun. And I've never played with an actor who was called the Jackalope before. That was fun.
You upstage you a little bit.
Yeah. What about you guys?
No, the most fun was Robert and Robin and Molly. That was definitely my most fun. Was just the cluelessness of the. I have no idea what anyone's talking about.
It was such a good play. The plot was so good. It was so even when we were rehearsing it, we're like, where's this going? And then we saw it develop as we were reading it. It was funny. So I really enjoyed that too.
My favorite was the first one. I just love that.
About the angel of
Yeah.
death.
Yes, you know, I have a propensity to play script.
And I think the audience reaction, when she says kill Henry and Henry says kill Henry,
I like
there was a
those.
lot of laughter back there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Joanne, how much leeway do you give the actors and the scenes and moving around and everything, all that stuff?
Oh, I'm very strict. But I'm directing my husband, this is not easy. How much leeway do I give? I tend to give my actors a lot of leeway. I mean, I have a vision of what I'd like to see on the stage.
Right.
But it's like, I always think of a choreographer who picks out ballet dancers who have certain talents and have to frame their vision of what the ballet should be around what the talents are and what these dancers can do the best. And I feel the same thing. You try and select actors that fit what you think they'll do, but an actor can always walk into something interesting, different than you see. And you have to kind of be flexible.
I think someone's wondering if this is my natural hair color. Just to let you know. I know someone's dying to know.
This is a win.
No, I like the red show.
Oh, thank you.
There's a question.
Yes.
Okay, I found that reading the lines interjected more humor than if you just rehearsed it all.
That's interesting. Okay.
Like when we messed it up?
Yes. No, exactly. Ad-libbing when you couldn't find a page. Absolutely, and to me, it was much funnier than if it was well memorized.
It's like watching the bloopers of a show that you watch, that you enjoy, but then you watch the bloopers and they're even funnier sometimes.
And the reading, I think Charlotte said this in the beginning, Northport plays, Northport Readers Theater, reads a lot of plays, cold readings of plays, and if you've ever been to any of the shows that we've done here for NAC, I've done many different things. We've had table reads where people just sit and read the plays. We've had actual memorized plays that we've developed if we have time, because it takes a lot of rehearsal to actually come off script. And these plays I thought would be fun to do as staged readings. And I did get a little carried away with 4 boxes of props and furnishings and so on, as opposed to
Costume changes.
and costume
Yes,
changes.
yes.
Right?
I remember
And
Stan
hats and-
was saying, Joanne, it's a staged read.
But very often, a stage reading is just done with
May I have your attention,
music
please? The
stands.
library will be closing in 20
And
minutes. If you have any items
the
to check
characters
out
just read it
or
in music
items to
stands.
be printed,
But
please
this
come
is
to
just
the
saying
desk
that
at
we
this
have
time.
that.
Thank you and have a good night.
There's a flash.
Check out any books that you have now. So I decided these were too much for music stands. It was going to be too much fun. St. Paul's. If anybody is interested in coming and reading, or doing a plays read, go ahead.
I was just so curious, you said you had 70 submissions and you had to narrow it down to 12, and you felt that these 4 were really good, even though they weren't in the final 12. How do you select? I mean, that must be very...
It's very difficult, but this is our 9th festival. So Michael and Stanley and I are the base of it, although we have other people help us with selections. We're the base of it. And we read them all. And we recycle, right, and Judy
I
recycles
get
the
to
plays
use
that
the
we
ones
don't.
that she
Right.
doesn't put on.
But you know, there's a lot of things. For instance, number of characters in a play is very important. We ask for no more than 5, but we prefer 2 or 3. It's so much easier. We look at sets. This one with the different sets is difficult at the church. So we try and do 1 set if we can pick plays for that. We look at what the subject matter is. We try and get both comedies and dramas. And like this year, we had a fabulous play that took place in a museum.
Exactly.
We had already done the last 3 years plays in museums. Different plays, different kinds of things. But we said, okay, we've got to break this. We've got to break this mold. Now maybe we'll bring that one back for next year. Who knows? But they're coming in already. And I think we have a dozen
At
at
least
this
a dozen,
point.
yeah.
How do you think we got known so far and wide?
That's Stanley's fault. Some of it is word of mouth. It started off with all local playwrights and all local directors, actors, and so on. And what happened over time was that one person tells another person, or someone gets on the